takes the road less traveled. A true adventurer makes a road where none exists. The Dakar Rally, only on Supersport. Proudly sponsored by Total Quartz Lubricants.
Welcome to Guinea, sixth country visited by the Euromillions Dakar. The rally had come back since 1996. What a welcome it was. A stage full of water and drama. Carlo Di Gavado struggled with mechanical problems. So did Ulla Zeta. Good news for Chris Blaze. The Dakar isn't won until the finish line. Stéphane Piterancel knows that just too well. He suffered big problems today. Back to yesterday's stage and action on the Dakar, with Frenchman Michel Delay not exactly finding the right way to go. The wide deserts of Mauritania have been replaced by the narrow tracks of Mali, and tough moments here as well. Dirt and dust. All want to get to Dakar, and why not improve their overall position? A race in the race, and still quite a few accidents with only 4 days to go. Laurent Pirelli of France broke a leg on his way to Bamako, and the same drama hit car number 436, the bowler of Scotsman Paul Johnston, and co-driver Enrique Bonafente. He too was forced to quit the rally and leave it in a helicopter injured. But the day's hero was definitely Alain Duclos, a winner at home in his native town of Bamako. He was warmly and emotionally welcomed by his father. And tears in the eyes of Duclos' father and son. As the night falls on the bivouac, a different Dakar starts. The privateers become mechanics. Time to work on the vehicles, repair and prepare. Tomorrow is a marathon stage, no assistance allowed. Change of all parts, double checking the wheels, and spares for everyone. The night, again on the Dakar, was long for many, including Andre de Azevedo and his mechanics. Change of filters here. New oil, refueling. And these men too have a key role in possible victory. A well-deserved sleep for the bikers who will have to take off in the middle of the night, or a massage for the exhausted and hurt bodies. And then time for a quick dinner under the tents of the bivouac before a serious look at the road book for the upcoming stage. 4 days to go till Dakar, and anything can still happen. Well, today, stage 12 takes the competitors to a new country, Guinea. The last time the rally came here was back in 1996. After a 197 kilometer liaison, the special will be 368 k's long. A lot of water for this one. River crossings, fast tracks, bivouac in Labé, and no assistance allowed. First marathon stage of the rally. An early start for the bikers after a long liaison of close to 200 kilometers. The bikers enjoyed a nice rest, like the hippos, under the rising sun of Guinea, a sixth country visited by the Dakar. Just after the border crossing, time for a quick sleep before the timed efforts.
On a changé vraiment de piste, de
well, we
terrain
completely changed terrain, explains Cyril Depré.
C'est vrai que c'est beaucoup plus enduro. Ça ressemble beaucoup plus à de l'enduro.
It looks a lot more like enduro racing.
Mais bon, il y a quand même pas mal de plaisir, même si.
But it's
même si j'ai pas
quite
fait une super bonne
enjoyable.
journée hier, je me suis régalé. Je pense que.
I didn't like my day yesterday because of navigation problems, but I enjoyed the track. Splendid landscapes here as well in Guinea. Cyril Depré started in 9th position this morning after his poor result yesterday and his navigation mistake. Meanwhile, Mali hero, a winner in Bamako, started his timed effort after celebrating his first ever win. Well, it was a rather tough day for the KTM privateer. An early wake at 3 in the morning, then bib moose problems on his rear wheel. So he was forced to take it easily after that, eventually making it to refueling. Well, if ever I take risks, I have no assistance, so I have to take it easily today. Yesterday I was happy with victory. I have a 30-minute lead in the marathon class, so I just want to take it easily today. Indeed he did. He finished 11th, losing over 22 minutes, but is still a comfortable leader of the marathon class, and that's what he wanted. Meanwhile, tough moments for the privateers in the water, but also for one of the big guns, Carlo De Gavado, forced to stop with water in the engine. A helping hand by the locals trying to get the water out of the engine. De Gavado eventually got his bike starting, but a huge time loss for the South American winner of 2 specials. He keeps his 5th spot overall, but sees Chris Blaze pass by. And even the privateers were there to offer a helping hand to De Gavado. So lots of water today for this 12th stage of the Dakar, and some didn't enjoy it. It's not exactly a day at the beach, more of a mud bath. There you go. And this is the way to go to Labé for Frenchman Cyril Depré, the day's winner. A 14th stage success for the Frenchman, his 4th this year, and a nice and easy stage for the title holder, who started 9th this morning. Well, on his way to victory, rival Mark Coma by only 1 minute and 45 seconds. A tiny advantage for Depré, considering his time deficit overall. Now 32 minutes and 39 seconds on this man, Spain's Mark Coma. He continued his glorious road to Dakar, smooth riding from the Catalan. He finished 2nd, and with 3 days to go, he's getting closer to a first ever triumph overall on the biggest rally raid in the world. Chris Blais may be the man of the future, only his second Dakar at only 25 years of age. The US backpiker captured third spot today. What a great stage it was, nice solid riding. Blais now fourth overall, 21 minutes 35 seconds behind. A good special as well for Jean de Azevedo, managing his best performance so far on this 28th edition. Well, after his impressive third place yesterday, Jonas Street, also from the USA, remained with the big boys for this one. Another convincing ride from the man from Allensburg in Washington State, 5th position, and he's a newcomer on the Dakar. After De Gavado, Paul-Anders Valzetta was the big loser of the day. Rear wheel tire problems, bit moose worries. He had to stop twice, lost 1 hour 25, and he loses his 4th spot overall. He's now 6th. Remember, his goal was to finish in the top 5 of the Dakar. So victory number 4 for Cyril Depre this year, beating Mark Como of Spain. Chris Blais is third, 2 minutes 29 seconds of drift, followed by De Azevedo and Jonas Street. Mark Como still has a 32-minute lead on Depre, looking good for the Spaniard. Salah is third, just ahead of Chris Blais. Well, it was amazing today, explains Depre. It looked like the Tour de France. People everywhere. Really astonishing. 307 kilometers liaison. I met only one single car, but thousands of people. Really a beautiful country. This stage was enjoyable. And the long road sections to go to the start and to the finish to l'Abbé were very, very nice. A very difficult stage, explains Coma. A lot of dust. Roads were full of holes because of the many rainfalls, and made things difficult for us. And at the beginning, there was some navigation, and at the end it was more technical, even faster, but always with a slippery terrain that required to be careful and patient.
Ni los agujeros, ¿no? Por lo tanto, tenías que ser prudente y me lo he tomado con paciencia.
The biggest problem with the water is if you fall over in it, because the bike, it soaks the air cleaner and sucks water in. And on these bikes, we don't have a Kickstarter. And once the battery goes dead, that's all you have. And when you fall over, I mean, you're talking at least probably 30 minutes. And you're going to need help from other people too to get the bike running again. And that can cost your race, which I moved from 6th overall to 4th overall today because 2 guys fell in the water.
The Dakar isn't just a rally that travels through Africa, but also an event that wants to help a continent that welcomes the race every year in such fine fashion. Since 2002, alongside SOS Sahel, the organization has decided to launch a program of environmental protection in Western Africa. Action Dakar helps out in both the countryside and big cities. Even if the Dakar changes zone, explains Roger Kilmanovitz, Director of External Affairs, we will carry on helping because we were educated. That's the most important thing. Among our goals, we want to educate the locals on the environmental questions. And that starts at school with the children. So we've trained teachers, and today the children also talk to their parents about the environment. 186,000 people are concerned. Action Dakar has 65 different projects, including this one in a school of the Sahel area, where toilets have been built in order to improve hygiene. The operations also concern garbage treatment and planting trees. Africa has given so much to the Dakar that it was only natural to see the rally help out its host.
Goes like this.
Get carried away. The Mitsubishi Lancer.
super subscriber offer.
I'd love to.
What's the deal? Book a trip for two on board the luxurious Rhapsody and invite two friends to join you for free, including all meals and entertainment.
Wow, loving it.
See your Dish magazine or log on to the DSTV website for details. So much more to float your boat.
Board Riders TV is presented by Peugeot.
When some of the greatest cricketers meet as adversaries, conflict is inevitable. But great conflict is often resolved by great artistry. The VB series, more than a one-on-one, it's conflict and art. Live and exclusive to your channel of champions. 3 teams, 4 weeks, 14 games. Brought to you by Standard Bank.
Welcome to Guinea for the men on 4 wheels and an action-packed special for the favourites. Fast driving all the way to L'Abbé, and all were focused on avoiding problems with only 4 stages to go before the shores of the Lac Rose and the final podium. Off they went. The last time the rally visited Guinea was 10 years ago. At the time, the stage was also going to L'Abbé, and Mioni and Vatanen had won the specials. Well, it was a day full of upsets for Stéphane Péterancel. He started the special in 11th position and rapidly suffered brake problems. But that was just a detail. Kilometer 278, a place that the Frenchman will definitely want to forget. Peter Hansel hit a tree and damaged his rear left wheel. Serious repairs and big time loss. The winner of the last 2 editions tried to fix things. He explains that we missed out on a bend. We hit a tree. The back of the car is completely destroyed. Well, with his co-driver Jean-Paul Cautré, they tried to repair and carried on. But again, the Mitsubishi Pajero Evo 4 was forced to stop after 300 kilometers of the special. And this time, the only way to continue was to wait for the race assistance truck. And finally he arrived. And the repairs went fairly quickly. Maybe 15 minutes of reparation. But Peter crossed the finish line 3 hours and 16 minutes after his teammate Luc Alphand, like in 2003, on the penultimate stage, going to Sharm el-Sheikh. Peter Hansel loses the Dakar, while everyone thought he had won the race. 25-minute lead before the special, that looked enough for the treble. But Peter's now 4th overall, 2 hours, 51 minutes adrift. And the day's victory went to Luc Alphand, but he certainly wasn't expecting to capture the overall lead in L'Abbé. Taking off 3rd this morning, the runner-up last year made the best of his Pajero Evo and made sure he didn't damage his car. Going better and better for another world-class skier, Gerlin Chichrit. Best ever performance yesterday with 5th position. He did even better today. He was 2nd. He's 8th overall in his BMW X3. And here's what it's like behind the steering wheel. Well, we come from WRC rally, so this is totally different, says Shishrit. We can't go 100% because then we would never make it to Dakar. I really hope to win the Dakar one day. Well, problems after the special for Shishrit. He broke his clutch. It'll be tougher repairs tonight, no assistance. Winner of yesterday's stage, Daniel de Villiers, started in first position. The South African enjoyed a day alone, leading from start to finish, but missing out on the fastest time. De Villiers finished third. His satisfaction, second spot overall, 20 minutes behind Alphonse. Interesting indeed. Bruno Salbi had problems with his air snorkel, the snorkel that you normally close when going through water. Well, that's what Bruno did, but he never managed to open it again, and he lost a lot of engine power. He then suffered a puncture. The Dakar winner back in the 90s finished fourth today, over 4 minutes adrift. Mark Miller, also in a Volkswagen, raced to our egg. Good performance today. The American is fifth overall. Another good performance for Eric Vigarou. The problems back in Mauritania are forgotten. The Chevy Pro Truck driver captured 7th spot. Thierry Minaldi took it nice and easy, probably satisfied with his 2-stage wins this year. Far behind in the overall. Former biker just wants to make it to Dakar. It was a bad day for Alfie Cox. The former biker had to stop after 130 kilometers. And indeed a bad day. Rear wheel problems for the South African.
And pulled the suspension arm. I broke the suspension arm, so we have to change it quickly.
And Alfie Cox eventually made it to the finish line of the special, but lost 1 hour and 30 minutes. Meanwhile, quite a few privateers also suffered on the narrow tracks of Guinea. Almost a crash there. Well, Henri Pescarolo, Dakar veteran, went for 3 tumbles. Almost race over for the Frenchman. He was still trying to repair. Philip Gash, he finished 20th on the day. He lost over an hour today. So first victory this year for Luc Alphonse. A tiny gap on Shish with only 56 seconds. De Villiers is in 3rd spot. Look at the overall standings. New overall leader, Luc Alphonse, with 20 minutes on Janil de Villiers. Roma is 3rd, 1 hour and 20 minutes adrift.
C'est pas une très bonne nouvelle, enfin je veux dire.
Well, it's not a very good news, says Alphonse.
Nous on sait rien, on sort de
I
Liégeon,
mean,
donc,
I didn't really know what happened to Peter Hansel. I just wanted to do a good stage, and especially not lose time on Janil de Villiers. I really had to control him. But now it's really a shame for Peter Hansel. Tomorrow, I'll be able to start ahead of de Villiers, so he will have to catch up with me and overtake me. It'll be very difficult for him.
The Dakar is never over, and I think, probably we underestimated these stages in Africa, here in Guinea and in Mali, because they're very, very difficult, very narrow, a lot of tree stumps and rocks, and I think it's much more tricky than we thought, but so far so good, and we just have to keep focused for tomorrow and the day after.
Well, we did well, explains Gerlin Chichrit, finishing 5th yesterday, gave us the opportunity to start in the first positions. And to the truck race, and victory number 4 for Hans Stacey, a 3rd success in a row for the Dutchman in his MAN truck. And Stacey eventually captured victory with a 12-minute lead over Firdaus Kabirov. Meanwhile, Vladimir Chagin carries on taking it easy. He's not that far away from a possible 5th triumph in Dakar. Very dusty tracks for all the truckers. Chagin was taking it easily. Still managed to overtake quite a few competitors. Andre de Azevedo finished 4th today, losing 37 minutes. While Chagin was 3rd, 18 minutes adrift. And on his way to 3rd spot, Chagin was eventually to overtake his Brazilian rival. And serious problems on the Tatra truck of Jean de Azevedo. Firdaus Kabirov finished 2nd today. He's 3rd overall. 35 minutes beforehand. Stacy, who's 2nd. Chagin still a comfortable leader with a 3-hour lead. Well, uphill we go for tomorrow's 13th stage of the Dakar. The rally reaches its highest point, close to 1,000 meters. Competitors will leave Guinea, no assistance tonight, and will enter Senegal, heading to Tambacounda, 387 kilometers of time special dust and narrow tracks. Will make overtaking very difficult. Should be a very interesting night tonight. No real assistance. That's it from the Dakar. What a day was. Peter Hansel losing all hopes of final victory, and the rally is far from over yet.
Comment il se met comme